Hello guys, this is Mrs. Ponce de Leon, and today we were going to go over, we're going to start our notes packet for Algebra 1 Academic. We're going to start with our first page of notes. You should have printed a copy of these if you are virtual, or if you're face-to-face, I have a copy for you. If you don't have access to a printer, maybe you can write these on a blank sheet of paper. But basically we're going to go through these notes, so let's go through these here. We're going to cover this first section is solving equations and inequalities, and getting ready for Algebra 1. This is solving one-step equations. So looking here at our vocabulary, okay, it says blank and blank is using inverse operations to undo an operation to get the variable alone. Okay, so if you'll follow along with me, it would be solving an equation. Okay, so solving an equation. Okay, so when we say solving an equation, we are using inverse operations to undo an operation to get the variable alone. Okay, now this next one, a symbol, usually a letter for a number that is unknown. Okay, the vocabulary word for that one is a variable. Okay, so if we say variable, okay, a variable is a symbol, usually a letter, for a number that is unknown. Okay, and this example says circle all the variables in the expression. Okay, so the variable is going to be this this x right here, this x right here, and this x right here. Okay. It doesn't have to be an X. It can be any letter. It can be Y, Z, P, any letter. Okay, but that variable it stands for a number that is unknown. Okay, our next vocab word is a number on its own or fixed value. Okay, that is a constant. Okay, a constant. So a constant is a number on its own or a fixed value. So in the expressions here, the constants are going to be just numbers by themselves. So, and constants will have a positive or negative value. So if I do this one here, plus 10 is a constant, plus 2 is a constant. Okay, so there are numbers that stand alone. Okay, our next vocabulary word is a numerical or constant quantity placed before, let me scoot this up a little bit so we can see it, placed before and multiplying the variable in an algebraic expression. Okay, so that vocab word here is coefficient. So it's C-O-E-F-F-I-C-E-N-T. Okay, so a coefficient is a numerical or constant quantity placed before and multiplying the variable in an algebraic expression. Okay, so in the examples we have here, the coefficients are the numbers that are in front of the variable. So here you go, 14, here negative 7, don't forget the negative sign, and then here negative 2. Okay, so those, that's your vocabulary for this section. And now we can go through and solve some of these problems over here. So let's go through in our notes. Okay, simplifying each expression. Okay, so question number 1, negative 4 minus 6. If you think about a number line, this can help you. What if we started at negative 4 and then we went another 6? If we subtracted 6 from that. So a negative 4 minus 6, okay, will give you a negative 10. Okay, so if you're looking at a simple number line here, and we're starting right here at 0, if I go negative 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then another 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, that'll get me to negative 10. Okay, so negative 4 minus 6 is negative 10. Okay, now for this next question, number 2, negative 4.51 plus 11.65, you can set that up, 11.65 minus 4.51 and do your subtraction that way. Okay, 5 minus 1 is 4. 6 minus 5 is 1. Remember, line up your decimal points. And then 11 minus 4, I can borrow from there, carry the 1. 11 minus 4 is 7. Okay, so then my answer here is 7.14. Okay, now question number 3 and 4 are fractions. Okay, I know a lot of us don't like fractions, but they're not so bad. Okay, well, let's do this one first. Okay, when we add and subtract fractions, we need to have a common denominator. Okay, so in this case, looking at the least common denominator, I can make that 20. Okay, so I can say 2 over 2 to get that to 20, and then over here I can multiply this side by 5 over 5. Okay, so now I'm left with 6 over 20 minus 15 over 20. Okay, again, when you're adding and subtracting fractions, you need to have the least common denominator. So in this case, the least common denominator for 10 and 4 would be 20. Okay, so now I can combine this fraction up on the top. They have a common denominator, 6 minus 15 over 20. And then 6 minus 15 would give me negative 9 over 20. Okay, and that is our answer. Okay, so take a minute to write those notes. Okay, taking a look at question number 4. Okay, let's come over here to question number 4. Same thing, we need a common denominator. Okay, and our least common denominator in this case is 12. Okay, so on this one, I can multiply this piece right here by a 4 over 4, okay, which will give me negative 8 over 12 plus 7 over 12. Okay, and then I have that simplifies to negative 8 plus 7 over 12. And then negative 8 plus 7 is negative 1 over 12. And that is our final answer. Okay, so that covers our first page of notes, solving equations and inequalities, page 2. If you have any questions, please send me an email or ask me in class, and I'll be happy to help you. Other than that, have a great day. Thank you.